Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Natasha. If it is your first time here, today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favorite blushes. So this is a little bit of a series that I have been doing on my channel. I've done 2 videos so far. I've done my top 5 favorite foundations and my top 5 favorite concealers. I will leave those linked in the description box down below if you want to catch up on those. But if you're interested in today's videos and my top 5 favorite blushes, just keep watching.
Now close your eyes.
Alright, before we jump into my top 5 favorite blushes, let me just say, I thought this was going to be easier than it was. With foundations and with concealers, it was like super easy to pick out like my top 5, and with blushes, like I have more than 5 in front of me right now. I'm going to list like my top 5 and then I'm going to put in some like honorable mentions at the end because it's just like too hard for me. Like I felt like I could legit do like top 5 favorite cream blushes and top 5 favorite powder blushes, but I wasn't sure if that would be just like too much. Let me know in the comments down below because same with bronzers, I really love cream products, and so I fully believe that I can do like top 5 favorite cream and top 5 favorite powder. Today I kind of mixed creams and powders, but if you're interested in a standalone just creams or standalone just powders, let me know. Secondly, my makeup look today, like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's a little bit different than what I was going for, and I showed it to Spencer, and he's like, oh, you look just like Portal, like the video game. And then I'm like, oh, and then I have the earrings, which are like circles, like the cake is a lie. Okay, if you know, you know. So now I'm going for like major Portal vibes today, apparently. Whatever, let's just get into it. I feel like I'm rambling because I'm stalling because like I don't really have 5. I have more like 7 or 8 up here, but let's just go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing I want to talk about, I've talked about this product on my channel a bajillion times, I swear. This is the Allamar Cosmetics Blush Trio. I have mine in the shade Fair Light. I believe there is a medium and then there is a dark version as well. I have mine in Fair Light. Let me open it up and show it to you. So it comes with 3 shades here. You have Castaway, which is a nice shimmery orange shade. Paraíso, I believe is how you pronounce that, which is just like a nice mauve pink, more matte shade. And then Scorcher, which is like a darker peachy pink duochrome shimmery shade. You can tell I've hit pan on the middle shade. I love these blushes. These blushes are fantastic. They are super pigmented. They last really long on the skin. Blush is something I feel like just always fades away really quickly, which is why I like to layer creams and powders. This guy right here, I can put this all over my face and it'll last all day. It comes with a nice little mirror in it. I love a good blush palette just because like it's usually a good bang for your buck. You get a few different colors in there, and I don't know, I'm just like all about blush palettes. This is honestly one of my favorites. It's rare that I hit pan on a product, and I hit pan on this middle shade here. It's just really great. I love that they came in multiple shades. That's something I realize a lot of times with blush palettes is they'll just be one. This one's for fair to light skin. They have a medium skin and a dark skin one. Allamar Cosmetics is a Latin-owned brand. I believe that the woman who owns it is Cuban, which is really cool. I think the packaging is super cute. It's really lightweight. Like I said, the blushes are really nice. I love these blushes. Every time I travel, I bring this with me because I just get like a matte blush, 2 shimmery blushes, orange, pink. You kind of got all you need going on with that. And like I said, I think that they last really well on the skin. Just super, super pretty. Love this guy. Okay, the next product I have here is the e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette. This is in the shade Soft. I believe this comes in 2 shade combinations as well. This is in Soft. This is a cream blush palette. You can tell that it is very well used, especially these 3 shades because they're all like messy all around it. This is a great blush palette, plus it comes with this huge mirror that is covered in my fingerprints. I actually, when I first bought this, I didn't think I was going to like it just based on appearance. When I looked at the blushes, they kind of have like that Vaseline-y, like cheaper, looks like it's going to slide all over your face and get like oily and greasy look to them. It's not like that at all. It melts into your skin so nicely. They blend out so nice. They have a nice soft pigment to them, but you can really build them up. And I love that to put these under a powder brush. I love to put these under a powder blush because it really just helps hold it there. It helps keep the pigment, but when the powder kind of fades, you still have the cream. This is such a good affordable option, especially if you're looking into creams. I don't really love their powder blush palettes, but this cream one I think is amazing. It's so affordable. I feel like everyone should own this, especially because it comes in 2 color combinations. You don't really need that much. You can go in with your fingers, a brush. I just like really love it. It's not what I have on today, but I keep just like checking myself out because I feel like my skin looks pretty good right now. Really, really love this guy. It's great. Don't really have much more to say about it. It's honestly, I bounce between cream blushes a lot, and this one I pick up, and this is a great one to travel with you too. Like I said, I love palettes because you get multiple options. It's easy. Pack this away. You're good to go. Okay, 2 down, 3-ish to go. So next one, I gotta talk about it. I have not been able to stop using these products since they came out. This is the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Blush, and this is in the shade Petal Poppin'. I bought quite a few shades, but this is by far the one I use the most. You can tell it is dirty. I should wipe it off. This is shade 2 Petal Poppin'. This is like a really nice neutral shade. I have this all over my cheeks for that little bit of pink, and then I have something else over it that I actually will be sharing with you in this as well. This is just such a beautiful cream product. I do think it is expensive for the size. I will say that it is teeny tiny. I mean, just look at it in my hand. That's so tiny, and I think it's like $22 or something. Like, definitely a high-end option, but I think these are so user-friendly. It blends out so easy, so soft. Even when I go in a little heavy-handed and I blend it out, it still looks amazing. You could put this on your eyes. I even have put it on my lips before if I'm going for just like a nice blushy monochrome look. Super pretty. They have so many shades. This is a really great shade for me because I'm pretty fair, but they also have a lot darker shades that work for darker skin tones. It's just a great, great blush. And even if you're like a beginner going into creams, like I know cream products can be really intimidating, especially when it comes to like blushes and bronzers and stuff like that. I think these are so user-friendly and so good for beginners because of the fact that you can't really overdo it. It blends out so flawlessly. Doesn't have a smell. It doesn't get sticky. It doesn't get greasy. It doesn't move and melt all over the place. It doesn't sink into your skin. It just looks so beautiful and natural and just gorge. That's what it is. Okay, next blush is what I have going on today. So you can see here I kind of got that yellow goldeny vibe. You have heard me talk about this before. This is the NYX Professional Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush in the shade Silence is Golden. Now, yellow blush is something that I have discovered for myself this year, and I am obsessed. I am constantly adding just like a little bit of yellow blush up, mainly in this area, like my temples, the high cheekbones surrounding my eyes. I just love the way it kind of just turns any look up and makes it more just like edgy and editorial and interesting. Like, I love just playing with the colors, and I know yellow can be intimidating because you're like, I don't want my face to look like I got beat up or something, you know, like bruises are kind of yellowy. This is so, so great. Now, I will say I have tried other shades in this Sweet Cheeks matte formula, and it's not like the best blushes, but for some reason this yellow blush is so bomb. Like, I can't stop using this. I use this probably every other time I do my makeup. Even when I'm doing like a more mellow look, I'll throw a little bit on just because I feel like even with like my skin tone, it just looks so beautiful and so interesting. It is just so pretty, and I just think that it's like, it's fun to play around with makeup in different colors, and I had to put this in my top 5 just because I've been using it so much this year, and I think it's just like such a fun, interesting shade that everyone should have in their collection and everyone should use because you can do it really light or really dark. It's really fun, it's affordable, it's cool. Check this out. This is where it's getting tricky for me because I have 4 different blushes sitting in front of me, and I'm like, what's the last one in my top 5? Like, if I only had to pick 5, if I only had to live with 5 more blushes, 5 more blush formulas for the rest of my life, what would I pick? what would it be? You know, like, what would it be? And I have to say, the Colourpop Super Shock blushes. These are phenomenal. Honestly, Super Shock, like the Super Shock formula all around, I think is Colourpop's #1 thing. It's what I think they do the best. Eyeshadows, blushes, highlights. Their Super Shock formula is amazing. These are my 2 favorite shades. I have Thanks for the Memories right here, which is a nice mauve matte rose nude color. I love this guy. And then I also have the shade No Vacancy, which is another matte shade, but this is more of like a corally shade. These are just so amazing. The formula is so crazy because it's like a cream to powder feel. You can put them on with your fingers, you can put them on with a brush. You can go really light and do that like no makeup, my skin is always flushed like this, or really heavy, just like super bold, blushy look. They have so many different shades. They have shimmery, they have matte. They're just so amazing, and I felt like if I didn't talk about these that I was a fraud, because I've said multiple times that I think these blushes are bomb and that they are Colourpop's best formula. Plus, they're really affordable. Colourpop is like showing up in way more places now, so you can even get them in person. I just think they're great, and I think that like anyone can use them too. Like, they are really user friendly, so even if you're a beginner, these work amazing. I do suggest putting them on with like a duo fibery type brush. I really love this. Well, it's the light layer blush brush from Real Techniques. I think this works really great because the fibers really get in there and it helps blend it out really nicely. I just love these guys. Like, I really truly believe that these are some of the best affordable blushes on the market. Okay, so let's go into my honorable mentions. These are blushes that I absolutely love. I absolutely love the formula, but I just felt like they weren't in my top 10 for sure. Top 5 is a little bit more exclusive. First and foremost, I have to list like the cult favorite, the best drugstore blush of all time. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. You can see that mine is like old, like you can't even see the logo on it anymore. This truly is like, when you look up like best drugstore or anything, this is always listed as a cult favorite. This is such a beautiful baked blush. The reason why I didn't put this in my top 5 is because Luminoso is really the only shade that I truly love in this formula, and I just felt like I love this blush, and yes, I still use it, but I have other blushes that I feel like I use more. This is like one of those, like, it's always gonna work, it's always gonna be good type of cult favorite deal here. So I just had to list this. If you still haven't tried Luminoso by Milani, go to the store right now and buy it. You won't regret it. It's amazing. That's that. Next, for an honorable mention, I had to talk about this guy right here. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blush in Pink Me Up. This is just like a nice matte, mauve, bubblegummy pink blush. Bare Minerals makes really great blushes. I really like their Gen Nude collection because they are a pressed powder blush and they're not like a loose powder. Bare Minerals has a lot of loose powders. Not really my style, but I do really love this matte pressed powder blush. They make really good blushes. They are a little spendy for what it is, but it is very nicely pigmented. It lasts a long time on your skin. This is the only shade that I like truly love. I just think this is really great. If you're into Bare Minerals, check this guy out. Alright, so that is it for my top 5 favorite blush products. I am getting tongue-tied from saying that over and over again in this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite blush products are, as well as let me know if you're interested in me doing a separate video for like just creams and then just powders. I can totally do that for you, especially coming up with like bronzers and eyeshadows and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I truly use a lot of creams and a lot of powders, so narrowing it down to 5 sometimes is like pretty hard. So let me know in the comments down below. I will have all the products I talked about listed in the description box, as well as I will have links to my previous 2 top 5 videos for foundations and concealers. That's about it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I post here every Tuesday and Friday. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.